So hello guys, I know I said this is not an AI news channel, but we are going to do one more again. So we have, but I promise you, it's always going to be something web development related, or at least coding related. So we have, sorry, I'm having a little trouble here. Okay, let's get on with it. So we have this article from TechCrunch. WordPress's vibe coding experiment, Telex, has already been put to real-world use. WordPress's experimental AI development tool, Telex, has already been put to real-world use only months after its September debut at the company's annual State of the World event on Tuesday in San Francisco. WordPress project co-founder and Automatic CEO Matt Mullenweg, I don't know how you pronounce it, shared several examples where Telex had been used within a working WordPress shop to do things like create price comparisons, price calculators, and pull in real-time business hours, plus a map link to a retail store, among examples. Telex, which Mullenweg previously described as V0 or Lovable, but specifically for WordPress. If you don't know V0, this is V0. It's by Vercel. So you just tell it what you want, a landing page in the style of what do you want? Apple.com. Have to sign up. Oh, I forgot. So you kind of have to log in. I forgot. But basically, you just type something and then it just generates the entire thing for you, and it's pretty easy to do. You can generate an image, can generate design systems all the way, and they're kind of well supported. So you can imagine something like that, but for WordPress. Oh my god, it's been so long since the last time I touched a WordPress project. The last version I touched, that was so long ago. I need to go back at least every now and then just to kind of remind myself. Lovable, but specifically for WordPress, is essentially the publishing platform's attempt to build its own vibe coding tool for the AI era. The software allows developers to generate Gutenberg blocks, the modular bits of text, images, columns, and more that make up a WordPress website. Are they called Gutenberg blocks? I never knew. I think I knew Gutenberg experience. That's what they're called, literally. I didn't know that. Heisenberg, like Breaking Bad. Sorry about that. The modular. While the software is still labeled as an experiment, Mullenweg was able to demonstrate several real-world examples. I'm sorry about my pronunciation, guys. Real-world examples that had been built by community creator Nick Hamzy. In the first example, Mullenweg showed off a pricing comparison tool built with Telex, noting that these sorts of rich interactive web elements were something that a developer used to have to custom build, but could now be created in seconds. But why? These guys are just taking jobs away from the developers, because it's fun. It's fun to build things. Why not let the developers be the ones to also build using AI? I'm just saying. So in another demo, the developer used Telex to add real-time store hours, a phone number, and a link to get the directions to the header block of their WordPress site, kind of something like that. But it's going to be boring. It's going to be boring. But then again, if you think of it in the state in the grand scheme of things, WordPress is something that was built to make web development easier for someone who doesn't know how to code. So having a tool like this makes sense. It makes sense more so than like than some company building just like a generalistic AI that's going to build web pages. Not that it can't, but like that defeats the use of developers, because if you're someone who was going to need a service like this, maybe you need WordPress. I mean, maybe that's what you need. Maybe you need something more like a template. If you build sites from templates, maybe you need that. Maybe you can have AI build templates and then you sell the templates. But for like someone who needs like a custom built solution, I don't think this is the way to go. I know like there's like a big push from these companies for something like that, like this, like what WordPress is doing with Telex and Vercel is doing with V0. But V0, it's more because it's not specific, right? It's just JavaScript. This one is also JavaScript, but it's in the context where like that ecosystem is built on the knowledge that we want people to be able to build websites without needing to have like the knowledge on how all these things work together. So whoever builds a WordPress website doesn't have to know how to code. So it makes sense to have something like this. But like if you're going to build a custom solution, let's say you're building your own website from scratch, or like an e-com website from scratch, I don't think you need it. I don't think this is needed. But like for this use case in particular, yeah, I can see the use of it, like the mom and pop shop, like somebody building a blog using something like this. It's it's revolutionary. Though I don't know how well it works, but yeah, I can see that. And also like these WordPress websites, most of them they're not too complicated. Like a junior dev can build one for you like really quick. So why not do it with AI? So yeah, that's my take on it. I didn't know they're called the Gutenberg blocks. Anyway, you learn something new every day. So I think for this kind of application it's okay, but like the generalistic ones, I still say no. We're not at that level. We're not at that level. And I will debate anybody who wants to say we are. I will debate them and I will show them how this system fell. That these systems haven't gotten to a point where like anybody who doesn't know anything about how they work, because even to use them, like we're trading one set of knowledge for another set of knowledge, and that's not good, because we're trading those two things. We're training code for essentially prompts, for a specific way to prompt the AI to generate the code for us. And to me, that's not good. If it gets to a point where you just speak to it naturally, like just like natural language, and then it's able to build things at least half as decent as it does now. Not half as decent, like, but like to the level where it does now and better. Let's say like 50% better than now. I'll be all for it. But like right now, I say no. That's just me. Maybe I'm just an old head. Tell me what you think below. Yeah, I might be wrong. I'll be happy to admit when I'm wrong if it comes to that. But like right now, I don't think so. So Telex, WordPress, what do you think? Do you use it? And it's still in testing, so I don't know if it's something that's released to the public anyway. So yeah, have you used Veo? I've done it in the past. It's good. You can generate components and then use those components, or like modify the code a little bit and then use them. A great tool in my opinion, because you're just building components at the end of the day, and then the larger like context of where you're gonna use the components, you can decide how to work, which is fine by me. Yeah, so let me know. How do you feel about this? Do you feel like these tools are just taking the autonomy that devs used to have, or do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's an advantage? Yeah, let me know below. Until next time, have a blessed evening and take care of yourselves. Keep coding, build something, break something. See you next.